As you age, what if I told you that one simple change could add years to your life? What if reducing just one thing could help you stay healthier, happier, and more independent? Most people don't realize this until it's too late. But today, I'll reveal it to you. We often think of gaining things as we get older. More wisdom, more memories, more experiences. But here's the truth. There are also certain things we must reduce if we want to live well in our later years. In today's video, we'll talk about 5 specific things you should reduce as you age to unlock a more fulfilling, vibrant life. These changes may seem small, but they can make all the difference in how you feel, how you age, and even how long you live. Curious? Let's dive in. Thing number 1, excess stress and overcommitment. As we age, one of the most important things we can do for our health is reduce stress. Stress isn't just an emotional response, it has physical consequences that can truly impact your well-being. Chronic stress weakens your immune system, making it harder for your body to fight off illness. It also accelerates aging, causing wrinkles, gray hair, and even cognitive decline over time. Most importantly, stress takes a toll on your mental health, leading to feelings of anxiety, depression, and burnout. As you get older, it's critical to recognize the signs of stress and make adjustments before it starts to affect your quality of life. Let me tell you about a woman I know named Margaret. In her 70s, Margaret was constantly rushing between social events, volunteer commitments, and family obligations. While she enjoyed helping others, she found herself feeling more and more drained with each passing year. One day, after a particularly exhausting week, she realized that her overcommitment was causing her health to suffer. She was losing sleep, feeling overwhelmed and often anxious about what was on her to-do list. It wasn't until a close friend suggested she take a step back and simplify her life that Margaret finally decided to let go of some of her commitments. She started saying no to things that didn't bring her joy or fulfillment and prioritized time for herself, whether it was a quiet afternoon reading, a walk in the park, or simply resting. The change was remarkable. Margaret found peace in slowing down and noticed an improvement in her energy levels and mood. The key takeaway here is to prioritize rest and relaxation, and don't be afraid to say no to things that add unnecessary stress to your life. As you age, it becomes more important to protect your peace. Set boundaries with your time and energy, and embrace mindfulness. Even just a few minutes of meditation or deep breathing can make a world of difference in reducing stress. Remember, it's okay to take a break, and sometimes less really is more. Thing number 2, unhealthy food choices. As we age, our metabolism naturally slows down, which means the body doesn't process food the same way it used to. Unhealthy food choices like excess sugar, ultra-processed foods, and too much salt start to take a greater toll on the body. These foods can contribute to weight gain, high blood pressure, diabetes, and even increase the risk of heart disease. Over time, the damage can add up, affecting not just our physical health, but our energy levels and overall sense of well-being. The truth is, what you eat as you age plays a huge role in how you feel and how you age. Take Robert, for example. Robert, a man in his mid-70s, spent much of his adult life indulging in fast food, sugary snacks, and packaged meals. As he got older, he began to feel sluggish, noticed weight gain, and started to see his blood pressure creeping up. His doctor warned him that he was heading toward serious health issues if he didn't make a change. That was a wake-up call for Robert. He decided to drastically reduce his intake of processed foods, cutting back on sugary drinks, chips, and prepackaged meals. Instead, he started cooking more at home, focusing on fresh vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Over time, not only did Robert lose weight, but he also felt more energetic. His blood pressure improved, and he started sleeping better. His transformation showed him the power of clean eating and how making better food choices could drastically improve his quality of life. So, what's the takeaway here? Reduce your intake of sugar, ultra-processed foods, and excessive salt. These foods can wreak havoc on your body, especially as you age. Instead, focus on incorporating more whole foods into your diet: fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. And don't forget hydration. Water is essential for maintaining energy levels and keeping your body functioning optimally. It's never too late to start making better food choices, and the positive impact it will have on your health is well worth the effort. Thing number 3, negative and toxic relationships. As we age, emotional well-being becomes even more crucial. Our mental health is just as important as our physical health, and one of the biggest drains on our happiness can be toxic relationships. These relationships, whether with family members, friends, or even acquaintances, can sap our energy and weigh us down emotionally. Constant negativity, criticism, and drama not only stress the mind, but they also affect your physical health. Over time, toxic relationships can contribute to feelings of depression, anxiety, and even contribute to chronic illnesses. That's why it's essential to distance yourself from relationships that drain your energy, especially as you get older. Take the story of Helen, for instance. Helen spent years in a friendship with a woman who was always negative, always complaining, and never seemed to support her in her endeavors. At first, Helen tried to be patient, thinking it was just a phase. But over time, the negativity started to affect her mood, her confidence, and even her health. She felt stressed and exhausted after every conversation. Eventually, Helen made the difficult decision to distance herself from this friend. It wasn't easy, especially because they had known each other for so long, but Helen realized that she couldn't keep letting someone's toxic energy affect her life. Once she let go of that relationship, she felt a huge weight lift off her shoulders. She started surrounding herself with people who lifted her up, who shared positive energy and supported her growth. Helen noticed that her outlook on life improved, and she felt happier and healthier. The lesson here is clear. Prioritize positive relationships that nurture and support you. Let go of those who bring unnecessary stress and negativity into your life. You deserve to spend your time with people who encourage you, make you laugh, and bring joy into your life. It's never too late to build a circle of people who are good for your soul. And remember, sometimes it's okay to walk away from relationships that no longer serve you. Your emotional health is worth protecting. Thing number 4, clutter and unnecessary possessions. As we age, the physical space around us becomes more important than ever. A cluttered home doesn't just make it harder to find things, it can actually increase stress and even pose physical risks. Having too many unnecessary possessions can lead to a cluttered mind, making it difficult to relax or think clearly. More importantly, a cluttered space increases the risk of falls, especially in older adults. Trips, slips, and falls are one of the most common causes of injury for seniors, and clutter in the home can be a major contributor to these accidents. That's why simplifying and decluttering your living space is one of the most effective ways to improve both your mental and physical well-being as you age. I remember a conversation I had with Margaret, a woman in her late 70s, who decided to downsize her home after her children had moved out. For years, Margaret had accumulated books, knickknacks, and furniture that she no longer used. She never thought much about it until one day, while walking through her house, she realized just how much clutter had built up. It was overwhelming. Margaret also started noticing that she was tripping over small items and feeling more anxious in her space. Finally, after some encouragement from a close friend, Margaret decided to declutter, starting with just a few rooms. She let go of things that no longer served her, things that didn't bring her joy or value. Over time, the transformation was incredible. Not only did her house feel more spacious and organized, but her mind also felt clearer. She noticed fewer moments of anxiety and was more confident moving around her home, knowing that there were fewer things in her way. The advice here is simple. Focus on keeping only the items that serve a purpose or bring you joy. Decluttering doesn't have to be an overwhelming task. It can be done gradually. Start with one room or even one drawer at a time. Ask yourself, does this item improve my life? If the answer is no, it might be time to let it go. By simplifying your living space, you'll not only reduce physical clutter but also create an environment that supports calmness and clarity, making it a safer and more peaceful place to enjoy as you age. Thing number 5. Worrying about others' opinions. As we get older, one of the most freeing realizations is that worrying about other people's opinions no longer serves us. For much of our lives, we are conditioned to seek approval, whether it's from our family, friends, or society. We might adjust our choices, our behaviors, or even our goals to meet the expectations of others. But the truth is, living for external validation leads to regret and missed opportunities. When we prioritize what others think over our own desires and needs, we can lose sight of what truly makes us happy. As you age, it becomes clearer that the only person whose opinion truly matters is your own. Let me share a story about George, a man in his late 80s who spent most of his younger years chasing societal approval. He worked tirelessly to climb the corporate ladder, always worried about how others perceived his success. He made decisions based on what was expected of him, rather than what brought him joy. It wasn't until he retired that he finally had the time and space to reflect on his life. He realized that by constantly seeking validation, he had missed out on so many things he truly loved, whether it was pursuing a hobby, spending time with family, or simply living more freely. One day, George sat down with me and said, "I spent so many years living for everyone else's idea of success. Now, I finally understand that true happiness comes from doing what feels right for me, not what's expected of me." That was a powerful moment for him. He began to embrace his own choices, regardless of what others thought, and found a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. The lesson here is clear. Live for yourself, not for others. Let go of the pressure to conform to societal expectations or to gain approval from people who don't truly understand your path. As you get older, it's important to embrace your choices, whether they're big or small, and trust that what makes you happy is enough. When you stop worrying about what others think, you open the door to living a more authentic and meaningful life. Don't wait for permission to live the way you want. Let go of those pressures and make choices that bring you joy and satisfaction. Conclusion. As we age, the key to living a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling life is knowing what to let go of. By reducing stress, unhealthy habits, toxic relationships, clutter, and the need for external validation, you create more space for peace, joy, and personal growth. Remember, it's never too late to make these changes and live life on your terms. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to comment with a 9 or a 0 to let me know your thoughts. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.